Nestled in the beautiful grounds at Capitol Park in Sacramento is the California Firefighters Memorial. My name is Adam Thompson with Trademark Concrete, and we had the distinct honor of building this memorial and doing all the decorative concrete work. The original memorial was built in 2002 with the first ceremony in October honoring fallen firefighters in 2003. The intent of this expansion, which is phase one of the expansion, there'll be phase two later, was to add a series of axe walls to allow for more names to be put on as individuals pass. The process was very involved from the beginning, very collaborative. I want to thank our partners. Turner Construction was the general contractor. Lionakis was the design firm. And a special thank you to Adon Romo, who is the artist on the project from Romo Studios. So we got involved early making samples. Here are a few examples of some 6x6s. Adon had brought in some bronze statues. There's bronze throughout the Capitol Park. And we were looking to find colors and finishes that kind of fit his vision. And through the design process, we actually got to use some VR goggles, walk through the memorial and see different heights and elevations of the statues, of the accent walls. So it was a very hands-on collaborative process. We used a blended mix design, pumpable through 3-inch line if needed. We were limited with some access issues at the grounds there. Probably the biggest hurdle as it came to concrete was the temperature. So 110 degrees in Sacramento in the middle of the summertime. So we just worked with Cemex, the ready mix provider, and we were able to get concrete at 5 a.m. every day just to make sure that we could control our pours. Here's an example of our shop drawing. The red lines outlined there are the construction joints. The original design for this project was actually to be bluestone pavers for the flatwork. So the artist and the design team wanted to keep that concept, but do it in concrete. So we actually put together a plan to give them that running bond look. These are 3 foot by 5 foot. And so everything was formed in a 3-foot bay. The blue lines are the saw cut control joints. So we had a 3/16 saw cut control joint, just isolation joints at the vertical structures. There were benches, sign walls that had template sandblasting. You'll see in some photos that are upcoming. Here was how we poured it. So you can see the control joint versus the construction joint. Centered in there is a bronze inlay that is 8 foot in diameter. So we kind of softened the coastline a little bit there to prevent cracking. Poured it in 3-foot wide lanes in the running bond pattern and used a color hardener for the final color. The grounds before the expansion and a little aerial shot of where it sits within Sacramento with the Capitol in the backdrop. Here's in progress. You can see the formwork in place. All the vertical work, the foundations for it, the axe walls were substructured with concrete. The circular pedestal there will, in the future, in the next phase, we'll have a statue placed there. In addition to the 8-foot diameter California inlay, there was 2 bronze medallions at each end. You can see in the front picture there that were poured in place. There's kind of from paper to completion. So there's our shop drawing on the left, and then an aerial shot featuring the axe walls at the center. The geometry of everything on this was tricky. The layout was complicated. All of the pieces in the center there are granite. And then you've got granite meeting limestone, meeting poured in place concrete with a lot of different geometry, radiused edges, etc. The Maltese cross is inlay in the granite. Decorative concrete going through the center wall there with the inset lighting that lights it up in the evening time. I'll show you a nighttime photo here in a moment. Front entry wall there to the left is poured in place with the sand finish, template sandblast lettering. bronze medallion in the front, 4-foot diameter on that, and then obviously beautiful statue bronze work and stonework. Gentleman featured there is Dale Turner. He is the project manager for the California Firefighters Foundation. They raised all the money in-house, privately funded, to create this expansion, and he did a great job of bringing the artist's vision and the spirit of what it is to be a firefighter and what the memorial wanted to represent, as he was a firefighter. To the left there, that's a bench, again, with a slight reveal at the bottom, template sandblast, etching, sand finish. That's after completion, aerial view. The axe walls lit up at night. The center wall remained throughout the course of the project. That's the original wall. It remained protected. That has the names of I believe it was 980 fallen firefighters. These axe walls will then feature new names. And that's the end of the presentation. This was one of the most meaningful projects that I've been a part of. So it was a great opportunity to utilize our decorative concrete expertise and partner with great people for a great cause. And we're honored to win this award and to represent the California Firefighters Memorial. Thank you.